Welcome to Concept with Justin. Creating a green garden in front of a home is about more than just planting. It is an art of blending textures, shades, and shapes to form a peaceful and inviting space. A lush garden with planters, green plants, and a well-kept lawn can transform any front yard into a refreshing oasis that welcomes guests and soothes the soul. Begin by assessing the space and conditions of the front yard. Understanding sunlight exposure, soil type, and drainage helps in selecting plants that will thrive and maintain harmony. The goal is to create balance and rhythm, where every element complements the others naturally. Planters offer versatility and structure. They can be used to add height, contain focal plants, or introduce greenery where planting directly in the ground is limited. Choose containers that match the style of the home and garden, from terracotta pots for a classic feel to sleek modern containers for a contemporary look. Group planters in clusters to create visual interest and avoid a scattered appearance. Green plants come in many forms: shrubs, small trees, ground covers, and climbers. Selecting a variety of leaf shapes, sizes, and textures adds depth and invites the eye to explore the garden. For a cool, calming effect, use plants with broad, dark green leaves. For vibrancy, mix in lighter greens and variegated foliage. The lawn serves as the foundation, providing a soft, green carpet that ties the garden together. Choose grass varieties suited to the local climate and soil. Maintaining a healthy lawn involves regular mowing, watering, fertilizing, and aeration. A thick, green lawn contrasts beautifully with planters and shrubs. Incorporate pathways and edging to define spaces and guide visitors through the garden. Natural stone, brick, or wood edging materials create neat boundaries and prevent grass from invading planting beds. Curved paths soften the overall look and create a sense of discovery. Consider adding shade with strategically placed trees or tall shrubs. Shade moderates temperature, reduces water evaporation, and creates comfortable spots for relaxation. Choose trees that are suited to the size of the garden and won't overwhelm the space as they grow. Water features such as small fountains or bird baths introduce sound and movement, enhancing the sensory experience. These elements attract wildlife, adding life and vibrancy to the garden. Lighting extends the enjoyment of the garden into the evening. Use low voltage or solar lights to highlight pathways, planters, and trees. Soft, warm lighting creates ambience without overpowering the natural beauty. Regular maintenance is essential. Prune plants to maintain shape and health, remove weeds, and refresh mulch to conserve moisture. Seasonal planting and container rotation keep the garden dynamic and interesting throughout the year. With thoughtful design and care, a front yard garden can become a serene, green retreat that enhances the home's curb appeal and provides joy year-round. Assessing the site and planning the garden. Start by carefully observing the front yard's existing conditions. Note how much sunlight different areas receive during the day, from full sun to deep shade. Test the soil for pH and texture to understand what amendments may be needed. Sketch a rough layout indicating lawn areas, planting beds, pathways, and spots for planters. Consider sight lines from the street and entry points to create focal points and inviting views. Think about the garden's function, whether it is purely aesthetic, or also a place for sitting, playing, or entertaining. This will influence plant choices and spatial organization. Choosing planters to enhance the garden. Planters are excellent tools for adding structure and flexibility. Choose sizes and shapes that relate well to the garden's scale. Tall planters can frame doorways or corners, while low, wide pots can fill gaps and soften edges. Material choices impact style and durability. Terracotta offers classic warmth but can crack in freezing temperatures. Fiberglass and resin are lightweight and weather-resistant. Concrete and stone planters provide solidity and permanence. Group planters in odd numbers for a natural look. Vary heights and plant types to create layered interest. Mix evergreen and flowering plants for year-round appeal. Selecting a variety of green plants. Incorporate a range of plant types for diversity. Large-leaved plants like hostas or elephant ears provide bold focal points. Fine-textured plants such as ferns or ornamental grasses add softness. Evergreen shrubs like boxwood, holly, or yew offer structure and year-round color. Deciduous shrubs and small trees introduce seasonal changes with flowers, fruits, or autumn color. Ground covers like creeping thyme or mondo grass help suppress weeds and create a carpet effect beneath taller plants. Choose plants adapted to local climate and soil conditions for sustainability and ease of care. Establishing and caring for a healthy lawn. Prepare the lawn area by removing debris and leveling the soil. Choose grass seed or sod appropriate for the climate. Cool season grasses like bluegrass and fescue for temperate zones, or warm season grasses like Bermuda and zoysia for warmer climates. Regular mowing at the right height encourages dense growth. Water deeply but infrequently to develop deep roots. Fertilize based on soil test recommendations to avoid overfeeding, which can encourage pests. Aerate compacted soil annually to improve air and water penetration. Overseed thin areas to maintain a lush, uniform appearance. Designing pathways and edging for definition. Paths invite movement and exploration. Use natural materials like flagstone or gravel for a rustic feel, or brick and concrete for formal styles. Curved paths create softness and intrigue, while straight paths offer clarity and direction. Edging materials such as steel, stone, or plastic keep lawns and beds neat. Edging also helps reduce maintenance by preventing grass from spreading into beds. Incorporating trees to provide shade and scale. Select trees that complement the garden size and style. Small ornamental trees like Japanese maple or dogwood bring color and interest without overpowering. Larger shade trees such as oak or maple create cooler microclimates and increase privacy. Plant trees with enough space to grow, avoiding interference with buildings or utilities. Adding water features and wildlife elements. Small fountains, ponds, or bird baths add sensory appeal and support biodiversity. Running water sounds calm and mask urban noise. Bird baths attract feathered visitors, adding life and movement. Ensure water features are maintained to prevent mosquito breeding and keep water clean. Lighting to highlight and extend garden use. Garden lighting enhances safety and beauty after dark. Use path lights to mark walkways and steps. Uplighting shows off trees and large plants. Choose warm LED bulbs to maintain natural ambience. Solar lighting is eco-friendly and simple to install. Timers and motion sensors save energy and provide security. Maintenance for a vibrant garden year-round. Regular pruning removes dead or diseased material and encourages new growth. Weeding prevents unwanted competition and keeps the garden tidy. Mulching conserves moisture, enriches soil, and suppresses weeds. Seasonal planting in planters refreshes the garden's look throughout the year, creating balance and harmony in the garden. Balance large and small plants to avoid overcrowding. Repeat plant types or colors to unify the design. Consider plant heights and textures to create depth and layers. Use the lawn as a green backdrop that lets plants stand out without clutter. Advanced planter grouping and planting ideas. Cluster planters with varying heights to create focal points near entrances or patios. Use trailing plants like ivy or creeping jenny to soften planter edges. Combine plants with different leaf textures and shades of green for contrast. Integrate seasonal plants for color changes while maintaining green structural plants. Consider self-watering planters to reduce maintenance and ensure consistent moisture. Selecting native and climate-resilient green plants. Native plants are adapted to local conditions, require less water and fertilizer, and support local wildlife. Examples include ferns, native grasses, and shrubs like rhododendrons or mountain laurels. Climate-resilient plants withstand drought, heat, or cold better, reducing garden stress and upkeep. Group plants with similar needs to simplify watering and feeding. Sustainable lawn care practices. Switch to drought-tolerant grass varieties or alternatives like clover lawns to reduce water use. Use organic fertilizers and natural pest control methods to protect the environment. Implement rainwater harvesting and efficient irrigation systems to conserve water. Practice grass cycling, leaving clippings on the lawn to recycle nutrients. Designing multi-layered green spaces. Layer plants vertically using tall trees, medium shrubs, and low ground covers. Create garden rooms with hedges or planters to add intimacy and structure. Use repetition of plant forms and colors to unify separate garden areas. Incorporate open lawn spaces for contrast and recreational use. Incorporating edible greenery into the front garden. Add herbs like rosemary, thyme, or basil in planters for beauty and function. Plant small fruiting shrubs or dwarf fruit trees for seasonal harvest. Use edible ground covers like creeping strawberries to fill spaces. Ensure edibles receive adequate sunlight and are separated from ornamental plants if needed, attracting beneficial wildlife to the garden. Plant flowers and shrubs that provide nectar, pollen, and berries. Install bird feeders, nesting boxes, and insect hotels. Avoid pesticides and provide water sources like shallow bowls or bird baths. Create diverse habitats with varied plant heights and densities. Garden lighting innovations and smart controls. Use solar path lights combined with low-voltage uplights for layered illumination. Install smart lighting systems controllable via apps for convenience and energy savings. Incorporate motion sensors and timers for security and efficiency. Use color-changing LEDs sparingly to highlight special occasions. Dealing with common front garden challenges. Manage soil compaction by aeration and avoiding heavy foot traffic. Address pest infestations using integrated pest management strategies. Control invasive weeds through mulching and manual removal. Protect plants from harsh weather using windbreaks and frost cloths. Creating seasonal interest in a green garden. Plan for year-round greenery with evergreens and hardy perennials. Use deciduous plants for seasonal variation in texture and color. Add seasonal container plants for bursts of color during holidays or special events. Incorporate plants with attractive bark, berries, or seed heads for winter interest. Combining hardscape elements with greenery. Use stone or wood benches, garden art, and pathways to complement plantings. Incorporate raised beds with stone or brick to add height and definition. Use mulch or gravel in seeding areas to reduce maintenance and add texture. Balance hardscape with soft plantings for inviting atmosphere. The role of water features in a green garden. Small fountains, ponds, or waterfalls improve microclimate and ambience. Water features attract birds and beneficial insects. Choose energy-efficient pumps and maintain cleanliness regularly. Integrate aquatic plants like water lilies or reeds where appropriate. Practical tips for garden maintenance scheduling. Create a calendar for pruning, fertilizing, watering, and pest control. Adjust maintenance based on seasonal growth cycles and weather conditions. Use mulch replenishment and soil testing as annual tasks. Encouraging community engagement with front yard gardens. Share gardening tips and plants with neighbors. Participate in local garden tours or beautification projects. Organize seasonal planting swaps or workdays. Thank you for joining us today on Concept with Justin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends. And of course, subscribe to Concept with Justin for more design inspiration. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.